5-Minute Philosophy, episode 5. Thanks for being here again. Today we're going to talk about Marcus Aurelius, who was a Roman emperor and also a Stoic philosopher. And he wrote sort of a diary with very obviously philosophic content that was later called the Meditations. As far as I know, he didn't give it a title himself. So I would say this is quite easy to read, very short chapters, few sentences really focusing on one piece of philosophy or one philosophical thought. The reason why I picked this is because I was at a professional development this week for my job, and the instructor talked about things that are within our sphere of influence and things that are outside of it, and wanted us to focus on the things that we can really influence. And I thought, okay, that's basically Stoic philosophies. So even almost 2000 years after this has been written, it's still being taught and it's still relevant, and that's why we want to talk about it today. We are precisely in the first chapter in the first book of the Meditations, and in chapter 7. I'm going to read the excerpt now. From Rusticus comes the conviction that I must work on my self-improvement and my character development while avoiding the pitfalls of passionate sophists, nor should I write about empty stories, nor deliver speeches with the air of a moralist, nor conspicuously play the role of a penitent or a philanthropist. That was it already, quite short. Rusticus was a Stoic philosopher who influenced Marcus Aurelius, as you can see from the excerpt. So what is a sophist? That's a bit difficult because actually the meaning of a sophist changed throughout the time. It might refer to simply to a philosopher, but what would make more sense here is actually the definition of a sophist being someone who will use, let's say, dirty tricks in an argument to still win, even though they are not basically right with their position. And I think that makes most sense for this excerpt. So we're going to take this as the basis for this evaluation. What does Marcus Aurelius tell us here? He tells us, do work on self-improvement, do work on character development, and do not fall into the trap of being a sophist. Do not write about empty theories. Do not deliver speeches with the air of a moralist, and do not play the role of a penitent, so someone who sinned and now wants to atone for that, or a philanthropist. The basic difference here, in my point of view, is self-improvement, character development that actually makes you better. And if you do it in silence, it will not get you the applause of the masses. While actually winning an argument, but maybe sacrificing the truth for winning an argument, might get you attention, might get you applause, but it does not get you any closer to the truth, right? I mean, if you argue with someone and you have the feeling that the other person's getting the upper hand, and then you use a dirty trick, and there are quite a few of dirty tricks. Aristotle wrote about this, Schopenhauer wrote about this, to still win an argument when you're actually in the wrong. Second one, writing about empty theories would not be good. Obviously, if you know your theories are empty, then you shouldn't be writing about them just to get the applause of the masses or the recognition. Deliver speeches with the air of a moralist, so lifting yourself up and looking down on other people, telling them, yes, but you're wrong, because if you were a proper or decent human being, you would actually do it this way. Of course, trying to, again, get the applause of the masses and lifting yourself up, maybe even undeservedly so. That's what Marcus Aurelius is talking about here. And finally, playing the role of the penitent or philanthropist is not good. Obviously, if you play a role, he means if you're not really that, but you're only playing a role to get the recognition, that's not something that should be done. The difference is the first ones, the ones that you should do, actually make yourself better, and you and the people around you can profit from yourself being better. While the other one only gives you undeserved recognition and actually do not move anyone forward, not even yourself, because you might think you deserve that recognition, despite the fact that you don't, because you actually cheated to get it, right? And there is a parallel in the New Testament, actually, during the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus said, according to Matthew, when you bring a sacrifice, do not look gloomy like the hypocrites, so they appear to be fasting. That's basically the same argument, right? If you bring a sacrifice, then truly bring that sacrifice and do it to advance yourself, and do not do it somewhat cheaply to get the applause of the masses or unearned recognition. And that's going to be it for today. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do so. If you want to leave a comment, let me know in the comments what you thought about the video, what you think about the channel. I hope you have a great day, a great week. I hope to see you again next week. All the best and ciao, ciao.